Namaskar. Prime Minister Modi is in the United States. He met with some chief executive officers, also called as CEOs, today. And I'm going to try and explain in a short amount of time the significance of some of these companies and what they can do in terms of bringing value to India and how they can help. It's interesting to note that two of the CEOs that he met are Indian American. One is Shantanu Narayan of Adobe, CEO of Adobe, and the other is Vivek Lal of General Atomics. I want to just first look at General Atomics because that is the one that is of the most significance. Viewers, you may have seen me mention General Atomics as part of the conversations that I have had on P Guru's channels. This is the leading drone manufacturer. Most of its drones are sold to the United States military. General Atomics came into prominence about 10 years ago, I would say, when the strategy to fight terrorism in Iraq and Afghanistan changed for the US, where instead of putting boots on the ground, the United States tried to control it using drones. And this required a fair amount of shift in technology, and General Atomics was at the forefront of that, providing some very critical drones. In fact, in one of my hangouts, I mentioned that they have like an 8-inch drone, which is just about this size, and that can perform the tasks of what a 10-foot drone used to do a few years ago. With those kinds of miniaturization that General Atomics has affected, it would be interesting to see if India, A, can get access to some of these high technology drones, or B, even better, if India can manufacture some of these things for its own use. Drones, remember, are not just one application. They have many applications for that. Drones can be used to deliver food products safely. It can be also used to do surveillance. It can be used as an effective tool to try and do riot control, to identify people, the rioters, the instigators, what have you. So the needs for drones is only going to grow, and I'm hoping that something significant will come out of that meeting. Next, let's take a look at the other people that he has met. The other person that he met was Shantanu Narayan, who is the CEO of Adobe. Now, I've known Shantanu for many years. He was a junior to me in Usmania, and very impressive chap. Because why I say that is, I think he was 16 or 17 when the Asiad in 1982 took place, and India was represented. He represented India in regatta because the regatta took place in Hyderabad, in Hussain Sagar. Many of you may not know this, and he actually represented India at that young age. I think he was in the first year of engineering or something like that. I played cricket with him, very smart fellow. And we have to wait and see how this plays out as, Adobe can use India's services as an IT workforce. I'm sure it's already doing that. And I'm just curious how that contribution can come about. The third one is the First Solar CEO that Modi met, Mark Widmer. And First Solar is involved in solar technology, and they have done a fair amount of work in making solar become more efficient. However, it must be remembered that the panels made for United States won't work very well in India. In the United States, you have to do what is called as UV coating, ultraviolet coating. And in India, you need to do what is called as IR, infrared coating. So with that one small change in the process, these things can be effectively used in India. We have to wait and see if, again, that would result in more solar technology being transferred to India and being manufactured in India. It is actually a good technology to use, and I'm hoping that something good will come out of it. The next one is the Qualcomm CEO. The Qualcomm CEO's name is Cristiano R. Amon. Qualcomm has quietly become the biggest or one of the biggest chipset vendors for cell phone industry. In fact, any time now, you're going to have the smartphone being more powerful than a laptop of its size. And the reason for that is the miniaturization that has gone into this technology. And if Qualcomm decides to start selling its 5G technology in India, that can certainly bring about a revolution, because 5G will spawn a lot of applications that could make use of the incredible talent that is in India. And let's see if that would also result in some growth potential for India. These are all very high paying jobs. They have a multiplying factor of 10x, meaning like one job in this sector will create 10 other jobs in ancillary sectors. And let us hope that something good comes out of it. However, the ground problems still remain for India. It needs to make rules easy for companies to come in. They have to allow them to take out the profits. You can't just be socialistic about this. You want the jobs that will become created by these companies, but you don't want to allow these companies to take their profits out. If you create the right kind of environment, those profits will stay in India. And I have no doubt that Prime Minister Modi is aware of these things. I'm also hoping that even individuals such as myself be able to start companies and run it from US and help India in whichever way I can. So these kinds of things are little things. Some announcements have been made, but action on the ground is still lacking. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to our channel, and let us hope that this visit is more fruitful for Prime Minister Modi than his previous visits, where he had met with the industry leaders, but little came out of it. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.